Geometry students, we are back with section 1.2. We're going to do example 3. A little bit more algebra this time. Some of you are going to go, yay! That's how I felt when I saw example 3. I went, oh yes, back into waters I really enjoy being in. You do need your electronic notebook or your note card to put in your segment addition postulate, which is postulate 1-2-2. And it states this: if B is between A and C, so again, we're talking about a segment, and they've given you 3 points. If B is between A and C would be your end points. You don't know where along that B is located. Don't always assume it's the middle. It may not be the middle. Make no assumptions about that. Then AB, segment AB, plus segment BC is equal to the whole thing AC. Okay? Now hopefully that's making a little bit of sense. That's our segment addition postulate. This piece right here plus this piece equals the whole piece. And that's true. I hope you're visualizing that, and that's easy for you. So let's look at example 3. And they said B is between A and C. Now they did not give us a figure, and if they don't, then my advice is draw one. So your endpoints are A and C. We'll put B somewhere along there. I don't know where. We'll just make a guess. Okay. All right. Now AC is 14, so the whole thing is 14. Okay. And then BC is 11.4. And we're supposed to find AB. So anytime we don't know something in algebra, we assign that a variable. And that's what we're going to do this time. We are to find that missing segment AB. Okay? So what we know is that according to the segment addition postulate, that the length of AB plus the length of BC should equal the length of the whole thing AC. We know that to be true, so let's fill in what we know. We don't know what AB is, but we do know that BC was given as 11.4. Sorry about the mistake there. And then that equals the whole thing AC, which is length 14. So what plus 11.4 will give us 14? We know how to solve one-step equations. You're just going to subtract 11.4 from each side. Okay? And we'll end up with x equaling what? What did you guys end up with? Some of you probably already knew it before, before I did any of that. And yes, the length is 2.6. Exactly. Good job. Okay? So that's the math behind it. That's the algebra. Okay? Some of you are like, ooh, this is a lot more fun when we throw some algebra in here. And it's going to be more and more like that as time goes on. So continue to be excited. It's not always going to be like this, but we're going to have some opportunities for some algebra. All right. Now this time they gave us the figure in letter B. S is located between R and T. Got it. There's our figure to the right. And we're supposed to find RT. So they really want us to find what that equals to, what 4x equals to, okay? Because RT is 4 times x. So if we do our addition, segment addition postulate, RS plus ST equals RT, okay? That's what that segment addition postulate states. We know that RS is 2x plus 7. We know that ST is 28. And we know that that equals RT, which is 4x. Okay, so conventional wisdom says, let's solve this like we normally would have done last year at this time. Let's add our like terms together. 7 plus 28 appears to be, whoop, let me put a plus sign there, appears to be 35. Okay. And then what we should do here is go ahead and maybe take away 2x from each side. Let's get our x's together. Now we have 35 equals 2x. And then last step, 35 equals 2x, get x by itself. Let's divide by 2. You could do it like that, that's fine. You could have multiplied each side by 2 to figure out what 4x is. I know a couple of you would have probably done that. I'll demonstrate that in just a second. So let's say you're like, okay, I want to find what x is. Okay, well, x is 17.5. Okay, all right. So, but they want RT. RT is not x. RT is 4 times x. So you would have to do 4 times 17.5, and that would net you 70. Okay, so RT would be 70. Now let's go back up here and let's talk about that shortcut I mentioned. Okay, remember, RT is 4x. So to make this 4x, I would have to multiply by 2. So if I multiply each side by 2, I'll get 70 equals 4x. That's what I'm looking for, is 4x, not just x. Okay, if I was looking for x, then my answer would be 17.5, but I'm not. I'm looking for 4x, which is 70. Okay, hopefully, I wasn't trying to confuse anybody. If I did, I'm so sorry. Solve it like however makes sense to you. Okay, you do not have to always do it the way that I do it. As long as we land on the same answer, we're good. Okay. All right, I'm gonna leave this one for you guys. I want you to try letter C. They did not provide you a drawing. I totally agree that you should draw these things out and get a good visual so that you're putting the correct things together as you're creating your equation. All right, so try that on your own. We'll check that in class tomorrow and bring your questions to class.